Good evening, everybody. We are from LEX 2012, Group 49, UPM VMAC. Alright, so today we are going to record our group discussion 4, which is our group discussion video 1 for our UPM VMAC 2. Okay, so first of all, we will have to introduce ourselves. My name is CHEONG 189405.
My name is OONG, matrix number 187, X27.
Okay, my name is Cheng Yongjin. My matric number is 1X7724.
Okay, my name is AHMAD and SARIFUDIN. My matric number is 190105.
My name is LOZIWE and my matrix number is 187002.
My name is CHEONG. My matric number is 187463.
My name is TONG. My matric number is 186811.
My name is LEONARDO NICO ANAK. My matrix number is 190783.
My name is OONG, matrix number 188635.
My name is ALYSHA and my matrix number is 189479.
Alright, so for this video, we are going to discuss on our theme for our UPM VMAC 2. So, anyone has any ideas?
Since the last time for UPM VMAC 1, we did facilities. So what about we continue this topic for facilities and try the other title that we suggested, like bus service or sports facility? What is your opinion?
I think your opinion is quite good. How about we think fix the team like service, because inside the service we got a lot of service in UPM. For example, like book plan. All of the first year when we come into the UPN, all of us might have a book plan, which one about 200 ringgit in our matric card. We can buy something in our Kobrasi UPN.
Okay, sorry, but for the book plan, for information, there is not all the course is required for book plan, because maybe for faculty science and faculty engineering maybe is provide the book plan, but maybe for other courses they are not providing the book plan.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think the book plan service is got all of the students, only 1 or 2 courses do not include it.
Yes.
I think that
Just a few courses does not include
to add on her point, I think maybe you can ask the course that they don't have this book plan. Maybe we can ask their opinion if they want to use this service or not.
So sorry for interrupt. Okay, I think we should try something new for our team. So maybe we can try about the rules, because rules, every student must how to say,
Follow the rules.
Follow the rules, but some of the rules they are student dislike. So maybe we can ask about students of UPM about what's their opinion about the rules, or is it necessary for the rules to implement? Okay. So if you guys are want to continue the book plan, I'm also okay. So depends on you.
Others, you guys have anything to add on?
I also support his point, because the rules, maybe some of the people they come in this uni, they how to say, they never follow the rules. How to say, never follows the rules properly. How to say, the specific rules that they cannot be accepted for before. Because some of them, they think they already is a uni student. They think some of the rules not necessary to follow, but in this field maybe we have to follow the rules. We can ask about this.
But then those who don't follow the rules, obviously there will be fines, right? So I think it's not that many of them. So rules are rules, anywhere there will be rules. It's my opinion. So what I think is, what we can talk about, one of it is we can talk about food, because I'm always hungry for some reason. So and some more we can get our respondents from anywhere around the university, because there are actually a lot to talk about food actually. So do they like it? Any varieties? Actually, I think we can do that. Ahmad, you have something to say?
So for my friends, I hear about the rules. I think every rules that enrolled in this university must have their own rationale.
Yes.
So there is the board member who have their team to create or to make rules to the university. So I think the most of the rules in the university is not too strict, but I like to propose about the service. So my friends already talked about the book plan. So I want to add about the meal plan. So what meal plan? This is not related to the students, but to the workers, the cafe staff, the crew. So when I was in my foundation studies, they was started the meal plan at, I think, at 2016. So they are most cafe didn't want to, and because the system itself learn is to, I think it's to such. So I think the system is not good enough, because sometimes the receipt may be won because of the students which is carrying the receipt. Then they also complain about some of their workers, which is a foreigner, mostly from Indonesia. They didn't know how to use the computer. So sometimes there is a cafe in my previous college, which was K13. The cafe tender was ended because the cafe didn't have enough staff for the and meet the criteria of the plan. So I think so for the students, I think sometimes it is not actually a hard things to do, because the student might just can pay at the counter and take the meal. But this is actually, I think, the meal plan. And sometimes as I see at the PFC, the queue was too long. And I think the system is. I want to know what is the rationale of the meal plan.
Also, actually, this can be quite a big topic we can talk about actually.
After listening so many ideas, I was thinking about the food. I think that this topic, we pick this theme, and then we can have a lot of respondents like what just choose it, and then we can even find everywhere. For example, PFC, and we don't know about the condition of their service and the food, and the quality of the food compared to FEP. We just beside the library, and we can compare the price more better, so we can we get to discuss more about it.
Yeah, we can also incorporate the meal plan issue into this topic as well.
That's my idea.
Yes.
And what about your ideas, Nico?
Right. I like the theme of food and services. Like Chiu said, we actually can incorporate the meal plan and the food. Like how Ahmad said, it's like the meal plan actually it's troublesome for some people. Right? Some people prefer to use meal plan, some people prefer to use cash. And sometimes if you bring meal plan and then the meal plan broke down and then you didn't have cash to pay, so there's a lot of complication there. And then sometimes those who doesn't use meal plan, they'll end up wasting the money inside it, right? Because the money is like cut from our yearly semester fees, right? So if you didn't use it, it will be a waste because you cannot get the full amount out if you cash it back. Yeah, not the full amount that they give you. So I think meal plan is something that we can discuss on, and then the book plan also, because not everyone knows that they have it, and not everyone knows that they already activate their book plan also. So sometimes they want to use, but they don't want to accept, so you have to pay by cash. Yeah. So these two, and also Matric cards. Yeah, Matric cards, because now it's like virtual, right? So sometimes it's if the student didn't install the app, they don't have a physical card to use. So it's something troublesome there also. These three things are like new to, I think not all universities have it. Only like certain to UPN, and then it caters to all students also.
I would like to add on the theme of food, because we talk about meal plan and we talk about price. I think maybe because we all don't eat in our school every day, so maybe we can talk about like compare from inside campus and outside campus. Like, do they prefer to eat inside of UPN more or outside of UPN more? So what are your guys' opinions?
But if not mistaken, the theme that we choose, we must consider it inside the UPN, right? So if we ask the question that we need to compare the food inside the campus and outside the campus, then we will be out of topic. So I think this topic is quite dangerous if we want to proceed. So back to the topic of policy, I think this topic is more suitable because like law say the rules excuse me, it's the rules. The rules is the thing that we must follow, especially the student, because it will like ensure the safety of us. So maybe, and since the new student, they must follow the rules. Like the main thing that we can focus is the curfew things. If we want to like, I think the curfew things is more focused in our uni compared to others. Like I asked my friend before that study in other uni, they don't have such thing like curfew, like they cannot enter the gate after 12 a.m. or something. Because as uni student, we sometimes we will join activities, so we need to practice, or we need to like cooperate with other unis. So we will go to other unis and then practice until late night. So maybe if not, there is no choice for us to come back early. So we will be late. And then if we like if we blocked by the guard, then we need to cut our merit marks also. So.
And if not mistaken, if we blocked by the guard, and then the guard will this time will name, and then they will deliver a letter, warning letter to your principal of the college. Yes. And then if you receive the letter more than 3 times, and then I think if you kick out the college.
Besides, I have something to add on to the theme of rules is the merit system. Because every college have different system of merit. For example, for college 17, because I heard from my senior, the third year and the final year senior will have to like to get the half of the original amount of the merit that require, so that they can easily to stay college. But for my own college K6, it's difficult because we have to like collect as much as merit to compare to compete with the first year and second year. Yeah, so it's different. It has different system of merit for every college. I think this can be discussed also.
I also want to add on some topic that we can discuss in the rules. For example, like a vehicle system in our UPM. We know that first year cannot bring their own transport, and we want to bring car only can last year student, final year student, or outside campus student only can bring their own car. So it's quite a problem for us to, because UPM is quite big, want to go to the class or faculty from different classes or different faculty to study a lecturer. It's quite difficult for us from one point to another point if our public transportation for the bus is quite more punctual for us. We want to crash at the time or something like that.
Okay, I want to add something. Can I put the fee of the new plan to the rules? Because why we need to pay the new plan, must pay the new plan when we join the university, the first year and second year, right?
New plan and book plan.
Why we must pay the money? Must top up the money. This I think. But
this is
this
the
also
rules,
can
right?
rules of
Rules
fees.
and rules in UPM.
This also can put in to the rules.
Okay, so far I've heard around like three main themes that we can talk about. Maybe it will be easiest if we cast a vote. So those in favor of our team being food, you can raise up your hand.
Before we end our cast voting for the teams, besides issue, I think maybe we can add on, like, not add on, like, do events. Maybe do events like graduation day that had, like, maybe next week they have CALC have language day. Maybe we can go and record
The remake video.
the remake video for language day.
I thought
Not choosing
that
issues.
I thought that is part of the structure, right?
No, that one is
That one is
cultural structure.
That one is
And then we
for
can-
language one. That one is yours mentioned one is the next day. It's totally different thing.
There's a language day and a lex day.
Cultural
day.
Yeah, it's
That is for different different languages.
Language class.
Language class.
Foreign language.
Then we
Okay,
can understand more
understood.
about the culture of different.
Yes,
Or maybe you can do events instead of issues.
but we have to settle all of our behind the scene and the discussions and the event video on that day itself. We have to commit on that time.
I think it's okay for an event.
If we can do it, then actually why not?
I think the event idea is good, but if the event is held on next week, then it will be
A bit rush.
Because
maybe we can proceed on the idea of event, but others event. That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea as well. So we continue. There are four. So events, food, rules, and the services. Alright. So those in favor of us doing the UPM VMAC about events, we start with events first. Please raise up your hand. No? Alright, so next one we go to rules. Alright, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of us. Okay? And then those in favor of choosing
Service.
services as our video? 1, 2. Okay. And lastly, finally, food.
1, 2. How about you?
Event. I raised my hand in the event.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So do we have a conclusion? Okay, so for our next UPM VMAC 2, we will do about the rules. Okay, so
We divide ourselves into 3 groups again.
yep,
Same
same group as before.
No, I mean
Just follow the sequence.
Okay, so ALYSHA, OONG and NICO will be in one group. Xiaotong, Ziwei and Weiman will be in the second group, and then the 4 of us will be the last. So this will be our group discussion video 1.
No, and then we
And
need
then-
to select the main points also
yeah,
for the
Okay.
group.
for the rules.
Yes.
So
So
the first group will find the ideas on curfew, and then
Second group is for vehicle.
third one.
Vehicle. Also
we choose for the merit
Merit
system,
system.
and then
Your-
Okay.
your
will
group
be
in
the
vehicle.
Alright,
vehicles.
so we will discuss that next week. Until then, we are group 49, Lex 2012. So we'll see you next week.
Bye bye.